so let's get... We're getting back into it for triangle strategy today. Chapter 3. We may or may not actually finish it today, so we'll see how that turns out. Oh. Okay. So we also had some other things open up to us. We have the tavern, some extra stuff for our techniques, and promotions. Looks like there's some more things that we'll get eventually, probably not in the demo, but there is one more fight that we can do that we haven't done yet. And it looks like a reenactment of our past fight, but maybe just with more staff. So, pincer attack. A couple guys up top, a couple guys below. Enemy troops are divided into 2 regiments. Think carefully about your approach before deploying. Things will quickly turn sour if you become surrounded, so pay attention to enemy positions. So, I kind of want to do these. I already did basic training the other day before we ended. I wanted to try to finish off this one too, just so that some of the guys who went down during that, that scuffle in the arena can maybe catch up a little bit. Wind is breezy. There's a limit to the number of units you may deploy in battle. Units over this threshold go into your reserves and will not participate in battle. Use the X button to access the screen where you can change the deployed reserve units. Ah, so they are gonna have sortie limits. Units that may prove especially helpful in battle are marked recommended. There is no penalty if you do not deploy the recommended units. Interesting. So they do suggest stuff like that, though. That's cool. So if we go, there's actually no recommendations here, and I think... Let's see, who's out then? Our archer's out. These two I just wanted in regardless. Bandit healer. Okay. So in this case, we're the ones being pincered. Which really means that we should probably try to get... I hate to do it, but he's gonna have to be the one to get up there so that they don't have the high ground attacks all the time. The only thing I would say is that these two should probably switch just because while she can get some good stuff in with her knife and backstabs, she's gonna have a hard time dealing with this guy or just doing stuff in the front. So Sereno is gonna have to take up that task. Let's see what we can do here. So the group up top doesn't have anyone to really sustain them. They don't have a healer or anything crazy like that, but this group on the dock does. If anything, I'd almost rather sack them first. But that's gonna take some doing. Archer.
No!
For victory!
Oh, time to change that real fast. Can you do that? Yo, you can. Okay, nice.
Oh, no!
So one of them still can't get a high ground hit on him? Oh, if they decide to. Oh boy.
From where shall we strike? Here!
You know what? Yeah, because...
I see a path to victory.
Take him on.
Too slow!
Actually, you should stay there. Don't give your back.
Impossible!
Oh boy.
We've been weakened.
Try to keep her afloat.
Be at ease. Much appreciated.
Actually, yeah, for now. Healers moving in.
I will end this.
Where can we hit the most of them? She's got 2 chances to hit 2. This leaves the 2 of them probably the most vulnerable, or at least at the closest to death.
With the powers in me.
That puts her in an odd spot, but it also...
Your orders? Allow me. Victory is within reach.
Get this guy out of the way. Because he's collaborating with follow-ups on his own, which is really annoying.
I won't lose!
Alright, so most of them have shifted down.
Brace yourself!
Give him the business.
Yes!
I struck true.
Oh, she might go down.
There is no mercy on the battlefield.
You've left yourself open! Impossible!
Ooh.
From where shall we strike?
I really just want this guy done with. Especially since he's not really giving us much choice in terms of finishing him by hitting his back.
Here!
I struck true.
It's in.
We've been weakened. Be at ease. You have my gratitude.
God, her turns are so slow.
At this rate,
Actually, she can deal with that. You in the meantime. This is a little rough because... Actually, no, hold on. You have room.
with the powers in me.
Just so she can grab that anyway. Oh, our healer's gone.
My turn.
Unfortunate.
Ha! Victory is within reach. Allow me. Victory is within reach.
For victory!
Those guys are still really healthy. He's probably the closest to death for where we are. So let's try to break through this guy.
My stratagem is superior. For the future of House Wolford. I shall try my level best.
Actually, this time.
All for victory.
Much appreciated.
Yep, there we go. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the healer following up.
I'm a fool. For the honor of House Wolford.
Pretty close.
Ouch! I cannot lose.
So we don't have enough for Tome of Fire. Which means we might as well. It's kind of a waste since this is supposed to be just scenarios, but you know what? Whatever. We're still getting stuff out of it.
Time to work.
Ah, hit her back. Although, awkwardly, this is also the only person you can attack right now.
My turn!
Bonk. There we go. So we still have a fair amount of them.
Your goal.
but I can still handle you.
Be gone!
And grab this.
I see a path to victory.
Start to thin these guys out.
You were overconfident.
Defeat is not an option. I'll make this quick.
Ouch!
Rude.
I cannot lose.
Do you have enough for Scorch? And you're actually in a good position for it too.
Flames, heed my call! My turn.
Oh, you're not gonna be able to do much. Oh, you can do it diagonally? You can do... Oh, that's good. Alright.
This'll hurt.
Get poisoned, bitch! Hell yeah. In fact, I can try to do it to both of them.
This'll hurt.
Ah, the whiff.
Sheer goal.
Hmm. I'd have to move in more. There we go.
My lance strikes true.
The dunk!
May I?
I don't even think the book bonk was necessary.
I see a path to victory.
Actually, that works really well. Back attack and follow-up.
That seems to
Allow
work.
me. The situation is grim.
Well, it seems like we're doing alright right now.
This ends here.
Nice. So we did lose our healer. A little unfortunate. We still managed pretty well there. Be strangers. So does other stuff unlock once we defeat the other things? No. I think it said it might be just a matter of when it actually goes to I guess we get deeper into the story. That being said, let me look at the roster. Roland's pretty close to leveling. And so is Frederica. Now that being said, we did get fiber, which I think is what she needs. Oh, but 2. Wait a second. Was that just a chance to get it and we didn't get it? Oh. Huh, I thought that was like a first time completion thing. Sitting on a decent amount of money right now though. I don't... Well, for starters, we still need more levels. But I think for the arts that we have... Yeah, 500. So we could probably buy some of what we need, but like... the extra money that we need to actually have it happen for the arts is still out of our reach here. kind of want to see in tandem. Oh. Also, there were some things that we found in that shop. Here we go. Secret Tactics Scroll of Heaven. Cavalry and Hawk Riders are known for their superior mobility. This grants them the ability to move freely across the battlefield, although venturing too far from their allies leaves them without support and puts them at risk of a concentrated enemy attack. They should therefore stay close to the main force and utilize their mobility to either flank or get behind enemies who draw near. While acting alone can be dangerous, a team of 3 or more cavalry units or Hawk Riders can prove quite advantageous in battle. They can provide much needed support to each other and actively intercept enemy troops or assail soldiers lurking in the distance. Doing so would separate them from allies with healing magic, so taking recovery pellets would be a must. Alone, cavalry units and Hawk Riders are challenging to handle, but the real strength lies in their numbers. So what is the best way to make use of their exceptional mobility? The question gives insight into a commander's true worth. One must be swift, but never hasty. Speed can be your greatest asset or your greatest enemy. Let's see, the Kingdom of Glumbook is the oldest of the 3 nations existing today. Though there have been changes to the branch families, the blood of the founder still runs strong in the veins of the current King Regna. The holy state of Hyzante asserts that their nation has founded first, according to the goddess's scriptures, and that Glumbook's long history is a fabrication of later generations. Glumbook has continued to ignore this claim. The Grand Duchy of Aesfrost has founded by the Archduke's family, who shared a common ancestor with the royal family of Glumbook. They insisted upon their right to succeed the throne up until the Saltire War began, and denied the current royal family's rule. But when the war began, they acknowledged the family's legitimacy, and the 2 nations formed a secret alliance. It is said that King Regna required the former Archduke Zygmunt to officially recognize his rule in order to enter into the alliance. After the Saltire War fought over the Hyzante role of ownership of the salt, the Norzelia Consortium was established to oversee the equal distribution of salt and iron to the realm. The 3 nations brought together trade specialists to create this neutral and impartial organization, as agreed upon in the Accords. The Consortium's success in fair trade contributed greatly to the reconstruction of Norzelia, which has been ravaged by the war. The Kingdom of Glumbook, rich in agriculture and fisheries, prospered due to the stable influx of salt from the Consortium. The people were able to produce large quantities of salted meats, dried fish, dairy products, and more. Exports of these goods helped restore national power. Though it was thought to be the dawn of a new age for Norzelia, Hyzante began to strengthen his voice within this consortium as the reconstruction progressed. In Aesfrost, on the other hand, the situation could not have been worse. Its already small population suffered the greatest number of casualties during the war, and reviving the iron industry was taking longer than anticipated. To make matters worse, salt prices soared within the duchy due to the taxes and transportation fees from the distant Hyzante. Though iron exports were meant to balance salt imports, the nation's labor and iron shortage caused it to accrue a large trade deficit. Though the consortium was meant to adjust that imbalance, it did not take any drastic measures. Rather, it leaned more towards Hyzante and establishing salt as the main axis of trade. Oh shit. No, I messed up. There are some who believe that the Hierophant, unable to accept the war... Oh, wait, what? Unable to accept that the war ended in a draw due to the injuries on all sides, had a hand in this and wished Aesfrost to take responsibility for the war. Though the truth is unknown, it is undeniable that Aesfrost is the only nation at such a major disadvantage. The duchy's dissatisfaction naturally mounted, and a tension much like the one before the Saltire War began descending upon Norzelia. A concerned King Regna and Simon Wolford then summoned the other nations to participate in a joint mining venture at the Grand Norzelian mines. Their aim was not only to ease the tension between the duchy and the Holy State, but also to offer support for the former's iron industry and correct the trade imbalance between both nations. Their entire realm watches this new venture with hopeful eyes, praying that it will finally create a much-needed balance between the Salt and Iron and restore the original functions of the Norzelian Consortium. If it succeeds, then perhaps our realm will finally know peace, and the tragedies of the Salt Iron War will be a thing of the past. Spoiler alert, that's probably not gonna happen. The Norzelia River has two tributaries with unique properties. The western branch running from the snowy Norzelian mountains is filled with water year-round. Although the water levels are now under control, the tributary was once turbulent and prone to floods. Many areas with swift currents still remain, and prove challenging to inexperienced sailors. Only Aesfrost ships, armed with the full knowledge of the river's waters, are able to navigate those currents. The other tributary, stemming from the eastern deserts, flows calmly throughout. The gentle sloping of the river also allows for easy upstream passage. Water transport flourishes for most of the year, although low water levels in some seasons make the voyage near impossible for large vessels. The two branches converge into a single mighty river at Glenbrook and flow south to the Norzelia Falls. Probably gonna have someone get yeeted off of those falls. We're gonna have some long live the king shit going on. Alright, let's get out of here for now. We did both scenarios. Unfortunately, we didn't get that fiber, but it looks like we need 2 fiber anyway. So, single resources, but not a single piece of said resource. So let's get on with it. Whiteholm Castle. Serenoa decides whether his house will make a journey to the Grand Duchy of Aesfrost or the Holy State of Hyzante. I'm gonna be honest, it sounds like Aesfrost needs the help, but I'm also a little interested in Hyzante, just to see what the hell is going on with this internal struggle that they have. So this seems like a branch, and yet at the same time, I wonder what happens.
It seems your
if there's ever a chance to actually like
come. 'Tis no small matter either.
To go to both.
Indeed, but I needn't face it alone. I would ask each of you where you think we should go and why.
The fuck you mean why? Alright.
State your case before the scales of conviction. Then we shall decide our destination.
So I kind of wonder where this is going to lean.
We take a vote and the consensus determines our action. Is that it?
That is correct. So long as my allies walk by my side, their opinions carry equal weight to mine.
I have a feeling that if we so choose, that might not be the case.
Such is the way of House Wolford. As Lord, I shall bear the weight of consequence for the Scales' decision, whatsoever they may be.
You are more serious than usual, my friend.
He understands what it means to be lord of his house.
Well, I hope you have room for a stowaway, because I'm going to.
Huh.
In secret, of course. I trust the new Lord Wolford will handle the ponderous negotiations and diplomacy with grace.
Your Highness, you cannot be...
You may stay ashore if you wish, Hyzante.
You know I cannot allow that. If you insist on going, then I shall attend you.
Well then, it would seem the matter is settled.
There is exactly 1 coin for each of us.
It seems fate
Oh,
has conspired to bring balance to our proceedings.
So are these supposed to be the main 7? At least for now. I'm assuming we get more characters and we can switch that.
How curious.
Curious? I see it as a sign that the heavens approve of my joining you.
You are ever the optimist, my friend.
Shall we proceed, my lord? 1 coin, 1 vote.
Alright, let's see it.
Very well. I would hear each of your thoughts on the matter in turn. Then you shall place your coin upon the scales of conviction and illuminate the road ahead.
Is this like a whole different mode? Or are we just like in an explore mode and we just talk to them one at a time? Aesfrost or Hyzante? Would that we had time to visit both. Although I may not have my own token of conviction, it is my duty to lend an ear to their arguments. Huh, so we can't actually tip it either way? Because we don't have our own coin. Interesting. An honest exchange of opinions will hopefully lead to a decision that satisfies all who vote. Path of the story will be determined by the consensus of your party as played out through voting scenes. Each of your allies will cast their vote according to his or her own convictions. As a player, you'll be bound to the decision of the majority. Damn. Oh, okay. Before voting commences, you may attempt to persuade the others to change their minds. Whether or not you attempt succeeds will only be revealed when the votes are cast. Okay. The strength of Serenoa's convictions will affect the chances of success. The key to winning over your party is gathering the necessary information beforehand. That information may not always be found in the same room where your votes are cast, so be proactive in talking to everyone you meet in your journey. Which is why we've been gathering stuff. Okay. Wow, so it's just split. Right now, it's just split. Well, damn. What do we do for examining this? Oh, I can just end it and be like, it's tied. What happens if I do that? Huh. Huh. In fact, I shouldn't be surprised that she doesn't want to go to Aesfrost at all.
Lord Serenoa.
Hyzante's mystery of medicine is said to be a beacon of progress in both medicine and magic. I believe we could benefit greatly from seeing the fruits of their knowledge with our own eyes. You're not wrong. I feel like the Holy Estate has more intrigue and some stuff that we can probably glean from them. At the same time, Aesfrost, from the lore, sounds pretty fucked and could probably use the most help, even if they wouldn't really admit that. I'm gonna leave him alone.
Say,
Doubtless Aesfrost will be a close partner in the days ahead. It would be wise to see how they live, don't you think? This one should listen to reason. What are you doing over here, bud? Oh, hold on. What the What are you guys? Why are you here? Franny, Lord Wolfort, I know your position as head of your house comes with many responsibilities. But being party to Roland's fancies is not one of them. I hope you understand that. I appreciate your concern, Prince Franny, and I hope that you and I can be friends as well, just like our fathers before us. You cannot win my favor, as you have my brothers. House Wolfworth may be a vassal to the crown, but they also possess a very special power. Cozying up to the royal family will do nothing but arouse needless suspicion. My apologies. I will be more cautious of the boundaries between the high houses and the crown, for the sake of the kingdom. I am glad that we have an understanding. I hope you know that I acknowledge both the power and good faith of House Wolfort. Pray do not fan the flames of my brother's foolishness any further. King Ragna expects great things of you, Lord Serenoa. If there is anything I can do to be of service, simply say the word. Learn more about the... Oh, can I only pick one? Shit. I don't know if he knows any more than we've already learned. Let's find out. Your curiosity is only natural, seeing as your domain shares a border with this holy state itself. Hyzante is a very devout nation that reveres the goddess of salts and her teachings. The citizens are her followers, and they are led by her oracle, the Hierophant, along with the rest of the Saintly Seven. Hyzante itself is mostly a desert wasteland with the exception of the source. They claim complete ownership over the salt within it, declaring it to be a divine boon, therefore making it Norzelia's most wealthy and powerful nation. I heard that that people there enjoy peaceful and prosperous lives. You heard right, but appearances can sometimes be deceiving. As you may already know, it is probably best not to take Rosalind, a Rosellan lady like Frederica, should you choose to go to Hyzante. Oh. Are we gonna actually have party restrictions if we go because of stuff like that? Pray forgive me. I forget myself sometimes. I hope my foolish ramblings have not clouded your judgment. The decision is yours to make, Lord Serenoa, and I am sure you will choose most wisely. Alright, so nothing else over here. Not even items, damn. Wait, can I climb this? Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. What's this? Oh, okay, nothing. That's sad. Damn, I thought there was gonna be something up here. Shit. Wait a second. Did that light up? No. There's also another lighter up here. What's up this one? Let me in the window! Nope. Still nothing. Okay. What do you got going on, bud? Prince Frowny and Minister Patriot are waiting to see off our esteemed guests. They said to ask them if you have any questions on the matter. Okay. And nothing else this way. This is just the end.
Lord Serenoa.
Hewitt. Aesfrost's soldiers are said to be among the strongest in all of Norzelia. However, that is only hearsay. I mean to judge them for myself. I have great interest in seeing how Aesfrost soldiers train.
Lord Serenoa.
Aesfrost or Hyzante, makes no difference to me. Where you go, I shall follow. Still, I would like to hear your thoughts on the matter, my lord. I didn't notice that she wasn't on the list. So technically, I can actually just not convince the others at all and just slap her on there like, there you go. So Frederica would probably have a hard time if we go to Hyzante. Technically, we could also probably just do a split here. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm gonna put this one a little bit further away. That's gonna be our split. And we can just use you.
Lord Serenoa.
Okay, if we really need to do it.
Serenoa.
I've always wondered what it might visit the country where my mother was born. How did she spend her youth? I would very much like to see. Huh. Also probably wants to avoid Aesfrost as much as possible. Until now, Frederica's position has offered her few chances to visit Hyzante. Deepening your relations with the Holy State would doubtless be to your benefit as well. Why not use this opportunity to let Frederica realize a long-held wish in the meantime? Ah, so she's just doing this for Frederica's sake. Which I guess I shouldn't be very surprised. And of course he wants to go to Aesfrost, because he wants to probably see how they fight too. Is there really nothing on any of these? Damn, man. It kind of makes me wonder if we're gonna end up having a fight at the gates. Probably.
Listen, lad.
Can't very well say Hyzante holds much appeal to me. Sorcery and X-Arm are too clever by half. I'm sure the people of Aesfrost will give a warm reception, even if their weather won't. The way I see it, you can't go wrong with a visit to Aesfrost, considering your nuptial circumstances. Negotiating may yet prove fruitful.
Lord Serenoa.
Anna's our easy way out here. Wait a second. What is that? What? Oh? Why you gonna give me all these little spots and shit if there's nothing here? Oh. You know, I kind of wonder, it'd be hilarious if one of the kids that hid, if we told them to hide in a barrel, if they would have went over there. Oh, shit. What the hell are you doing in here still? That was like yesterday. Or like the day before. Okay, now. Get on up.
Lord Serenoa.
Alright, so for now, let's check out Hyzante and just see what happens. They say Hyzante is a nation of salt and sand. Do you have a reason to go there? The Ministry of Medicine. Ah, so because we learned about that. I hear everyone is treated as equals, and I'd like to see the truth of that claim. I can scarce imagine so much sand. I would like to see it with my own eyes. That's dumb. That's kinda neat.
Indeed.
I see. I hear the feats performed there begar belief. Any knowledge we could gain would surely come in handy during times of need. Thank you for sharing, my lord. I see now why you wish to visit Hyzante. Anna is in deep thought.
Say,
What reasons do you have for wanting to visit Hyzante? It'd be fascinating to see a society where everyone is truly equal. Okay.
certainly.
Indeed, they say Hyzante is a country without kings or nobles. It is hard to imagine. But why imagine when we can see it for our own eyes? An interesting proposal. I wonder what everyone else thinks. You're giving me much to consider, friend. So technically, two of them are off the table.
Lord Serenoa.
Hyzante has its charms as well, I am sure, but what about it appeals to you, my lord? The Ice Mage. You said the skill of their mages is unequaled. Wouldn't you like to test your skill against such warriors?
Quite true.
I have heard the same. What magic I have seen is impressive enough. I can scarce imagine what a true master could do. I should like to try my hand against one in mock combat if able. My bow against their spells.
Okay.
Thank you, my lord. I suppose there may be some merit in visiting Hyzante. Alright, well, let's give it a whirl. Dun-dun. Time for the voting.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we journey to the Grand Duchy of Aesfrost or the holy state of Hyzante? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
You've convinced me.
If that is your wish, then so be it. Hyzante it is. It's just as good as Aesfrost. Nice. Oh, so anyone we didn't talk to or try to convince, they don't say anything.
You have my vote.
Where my lord goes, I follow.
I changed my mind.
Hyzante has its charms, I admit. Charms I mean to see for myself. For a second, I was like, did she fucking not? No. Alright.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Da-dun. Hey. And there you have it. Hyzante it is. He was the only one
The
left.
way forward is decided.
Huh.
We journey to Hyzante.
Alright. Well, it's time to go check out the sands, I guess.
We have decided. We set sail for the holy state of Hyzante. Whether or not it proves to be the right choice will depend on our actions. I trust in you all.
We are ready to set sail, Lord Patriot.
Very good, my lord. When you pay respects to the Holy One and the Saintly Seven, remember that you do so on behalf of our king.
Lord Serenoa, we are honored that you would choose to grace our nation with your presence. That said, I must offer you a warning as well.
It may be in Lady Frederica's best interests to remain here in Glenbrook. I fear there may be some complications were she to come to Hyzante.
She is half-sister to the Archduke and my betrothed besides. What complications could there possibly be?
None, if I had any say in it. However, the matter is more delicate than that.
Just a little bit.
Your lady's hair would draw attention. Unfortunately, none of it favorable.
My mother's hair. The pink locks of the Roselle. Mother once told me of how her people fled Hyzante.
Then you know how the Roselle are viewed in our nation. How the gospel of the goddess regards them as sinners.
Yes, I do. But I am from Aesfrost, and I assure you I have committed no sins.
Of course, my lady. Very well then. I will do all in my power to see your visit is a pleasant one.
Oh boy. So that's gonna be one of the complications here.
Thank you. Pray forgive my outburst.
You've no need to apologize. Still, I must ask, are you certain?
I must go. I would see with my own eyes.
Fair enough.
See where and how my mother and her people suffered.
Okay, so that's that part done. Don't save it on that. Nope. Putting it on 6. So 7's gonna be our split. We'll try to go back for that later. Apparently you can continue after we're done here to bring this progress to the main game.
Back home, beyond the forest.
I don't know if I'm gonna play it on Switch or not.
Vast sand-swept land.
Assuming that it may eventually get on PC anyway.
Before long, a grand wall of stone rises before them. Known as the goddess's shield, behind it lies the source, Noselia's only supply of salt. Upon the lake shores of the source towers a giant likeness of the goddess, ever watching over the flourishing city and the palace below. This is the holy state of Hyzante.
Let's see, a land of sand and sun.
I had heard tales of the goddess's shield, but its grandeur surpasses even my imagination.
It protected the holy state from both Glenbrook and Aesfrost during the war. None in history have succeeded in breaching it. Do you think you might fare better, Lord Serenoa?
Like how he gives it some thought, like, maybe.
I think penetrating these walls would be nigh impossible.
A most courteous answer. I should have expected as much.
Seeing a lot of spots where we might end up fighting here.
What's that sound?
Is it time to pray? Oh, everyone reacted. Yep. Okay.
Could this be?
Is this the hour of worship I've heard so much about?
Time to pray.
Indeed. Hyzanteans offer their prayers up to the goddess's statue every day. They thank her for her blessing, for bestowing us with the source, from which all Norzalia's salt is harvested.
To see every citizen pray is astonishing.
The goddess truly is at the center of all Hyzante, just as the stories say.
Even so, are there none who'd use this time of worship to rob their fellow citizens?
I guess as a security guy.
There are none so misguided among the goddess's believers.
All Hyzanteans are guaranteed food, clothing, and shelter. The Holy State has done everything in its power to eliminate poverty and ensure equality.
And I'm sure people still try to get more anyway.
As a result, no one envies others or craves riches for selfish reasons.
Certainly if everyone were equal, there would be naught to fight about.
But achieving absolute equality is impossible.
The words of an unbeliever. The goddess showers her blessings fairly upon all who follow her teachings.
Before we visit the Hierophant, there is one thing I must tell you about Lady Frederica.
Under normal circumstances, the head of our nation would not permit an audience with one of Rosellan extract.
Extract.
We have explained the circumstances.
That's one hell of a way to put it.
She has been granted special permission to enter the palace as an envoy.
That said, we would ask that Lady Frederica remain silent before the Holy One.
The Hierophant's gonna say some wild shit.
Silent. Why?
I reiterate that typically she would not be so much as allowed to attend. We ask for your understanding of our creed.
You mean to treat one of Glenbrook's delegates as if she weren't even there?
Prince Roland, you are here in secret. It would not do for you to gainsay another nation's religious creed. I have no objections.
It is true. You're not really supposed to be here, my guy.
You needn't apologize. Let us do what we came here for.
We appreciate your understanding. Now then, let us show you to the palace.
And to be fair, she's here to be an observer in the first place, so... It's not like she was gonna go doing like a huge deep dive investigation and start questioning people. Although, depending on how this goes down, that might all fall apart.
That is where the Hierophant resides.
The Hierophant imparts us with the goddess's divine messages. None are allowed to look upon the Holy One's face. None save Minister Edor, who conveys their divine words to us.
Pardon our intrusion. Lord Serenoa Wolfort of Glenbrook has escorted us home on behalf of King Regner.
He's like,
the Hierophant speaks to you. Serenoa Walford, we thank you for your gracious gesture. We are overjoyed and humbled that you have chosen to grace our nation with your presence.
I am unworthy of such high praise, but honored nonetheless.
House Walford and Hyzante have shared a deep bond ever since the Saltire War. On behalf of the Saintly Seven, it is my wish that our friendship will be as strong as it was with your Lord Father.
But of course, I strive to one day measure up to his greatness.
You will also, in time, succeed Lord Simon as advisor to the mining venture, I hear. The Hierophant would hear your true thoughts on the endeavor.
Uh-oh. Fear the intentions of the three nations are not aligned, since a storm is brewing on the horizon. I mean, it is, otherwise we wouldn't have a game, but let's try to be nice right now.
I think it a significant stepping stone toward peace between the three nations.
A safe reply, to say the least, Lord Serenoa.
It is an ideal that I can only hope is shared by all those involved.
And, okay, so they had their own misgivings.
If I might ask, what is the ideal to which the Holy One aspires?
I would share the goddess's blessing with all of Norzelia. The Holy One wishes for a world where people are equal. The goddess always watches over those who believe in her. May you all receive her divine protection.
I apologize for visiting you in secret, but there is something I must ask you. I have heard that the people of Hyzante live in equality. They say the goddess showers blessings upon those who follow her teachings. But is that the only reason?
Oh, a studious one you are, Prince Roland. King Regna has raised you well.
More like he probably found that out himself.
Of course, the goddess's teachings are at the core of the equality our citizens enjoy. But there are many measures taken by the Holy State to ensure the happiness of our people.
Such as?
Minister Lila's Ministry of Medicine, which dedicates itself to the study of preserving life, is another example of this.
Actually, are we gonna go see that?
The results of their research have allowed many people to overcome illness and injury and live long, healthy lives.
Cancel.
Fascinating. I would like to hear more about Hyzante's medical discoveries.
They did, okay, hold on. Because they did mention that they had a bit of a partnership, and yet no one reached out to his father, who just died of heart complications. But, I don't know if he kept his condition a secret, or if everyone kind of knew that he was also just, you know, starting to deteriorate.
I see we managed to pique your interest. Minister Lila, I leave our guests in your capable hands.
In fact, they were probably hoping that we would come here specifically just so that we could do that, because his dad hasn't passed or anything. He's just stepped down.
Pray, show them around the ministry, and let them admire Hyzante's pursuit of life and magic.
Alright. I wonder if we're actually gonna have... Probably not. Maybe? Some sort of exploration phase here. Is there any kind of... Oh, hello. Meanwhile... Still nothing going on up here, though. So what's up with this? Oh, here comes...
Brother, where is Roland? I've yet to see him today.
I forget what Gustav's sister's name was. This is pretty much her and Philippe now that he's gone. Which makes it more hilarious that her name is Cordelia.
Took it upon himself to join the mission abroad.
He did? I see.
Again, prioritizing his personal wishes above his station. Is there no end to his selfishness?
You haven't any love for him, have you?
Love. I would rather think of him as little as humanly possible.
Damn.
How can you say that? He's family.
Royal family, and our duty is to the crown above all. Do not look to Roland for inspiration if you wish to carry yourself in a manner befitting your station, dear Cordelia.
And that's, as they say, is that. So just kind of brooding at home for now. That set anything else? Oh god, nope. That set anything else off? No. Back at it. Hey, we get to go check shit up. Need I remind that all of this has been us learning about one other form of
Look, a Rosellan. I heard she's an envoy from Glenbrook.
One other form of gameplay with the scales and no fights, except for the one that we did in the beginning because of the practice. But if it wasn't for that... here we go. Now we're gonna see that. She's gonna hear them talking.
Is her kind even allowed to enter our halls?
I can only assume she received special permission, since Minister Lila's showing her around.
Ironic, considering the wishes of us researchers are hardly ever granted.
Okay. And she heard it.
What a splendid facility you have here. I can see why your nation excels in the medical arts.
Flowing water? Amazing.
Only ministry staff are allowed in. Having outsiders view our work is unprecedented.
We cannot thank you enough for your generosity.
I have a feeling that our visit here is going to be only surface
If I
deep.
heard correctly, it sounds like you are researching life itself.
That we are.
You can live forever.
Illnesses and injuries. We must set our sights high.
Even illnesses deemed uncurable in other nations?
Of course, Benedict
There
has
is
the ear
no
to the
miracle
door now.
panacea in this world, but we like to think nothing is impossible.
Wonderful. And would you be willing to share those results with others, should you achieve them?
If you believe in the goddess's teachings, yes. At least, that is what I would expect the Holy One to say.
So there's no verdict on that.
Minister Lila, the preparations for the experiment are complete.
My apologies, but I must get back to work.
I don't know if they were supposed to say that out loud during the tour.
You are free
Experiment,
to take a look
you
around.
say.
However, I ask you to not enter the restricted area.
Time to find our way into the restricted areas. You fucked up. He knows too.
Of course, nothing is free in the ministry, nor anywhere in Hyzante.
Ooh.
And of course, when people are forced to adhere to teachings, there are some who will resist.
Oh, and are those the experimented? Oh boy.
Who might you be?
Just a researcher, nothing more.
That is his name in RE4. It's pretty much that.
What was his problem?
It looks like we should probably snoop around.
Serenoa, I could use some fresh air, if you don't mind.
Some fresh snooping, maybe.
But of course, let us take a break outside.
No, but. Can we step back in, or are they gonna block it? How are you faring, Frederica? Better than before, thank you. But I should like to rest in the shade for a spell. But of course, rest as long as you like. I should take a moment to get to know the city. Some merchants are open for business during the exploration phase and may be selling rare items that you'll not find at the provisioner in your encampment. It'd be wise to speak with any shopkeepers you meet. Also, there's shit on the ground. Give me that. Oh god. Did we just like fly down those stairs for a second? Like, woo! What you looking at, Hewitt? From the source of the shield and the thriving city between them, I can scarcely decide what has me most impressed. I can only imagine the people feel the same way, judging by their smiles on their faces. Oh, that's kinda... Can I not go back, though? Nope. Hey, you. Have you seen the great big wall around the city? It's called the Goddess's Shield. It protects us from assault from any who would do us harm. What do you got? Welcome. How can I be of service today? Yo. Okay, so that's interesting. We actually have, viable magical damage here. Oil jug. And we can torch shit. That's cool. Okay. Firestone, the stones in general are pretty expensive, but... Could the streets really be that safe in a city this wealthy? Wish I could say the same of Glenbrook. Speaking of which, we should get ourselves some souvenirs before we head home. I'm sure your father'd be happy to know you thought of him. Give him a magic stone. The source? Sorry, I can't say I know much about it. It's a sacred place that a select few are allowed to enter. Hyzante is a blessed nation, one where everyone lives in peace. But if you happen to see anyone suspicious, be sure to alert the nearest authority. Oh boy. Did we drop? No. Just Twitch's stream player being scuffed as usual. It must be nice having freedom to roam about another's nation. What are you doing back here, bud? You got a problem? What's the matter? Patrol around the source is always tight. You cannot pass through here. Can we parkour our way past that? The source is just ahead. But you'll have to turn back. Only those with the proper permission can enter. Oh, you're up here. Hey, bud. Stop running up that. I must ask you to turn back. As one of the Saintly Seven, I manage the production and shipment of salt. That is to say, I single-handedly bear the burden of Hyzante's finances. I can only imagine I was bestowed with such a venerable position in recognition of my unwavering faith to the goddess. Minister Sorceley oversees all Hyzante's dealings in salt, the foundation of their nation's wealth. It is a crucial job even among the Saintly Seven. Oh, Guard Captain. Hyzante is a wonderful city. Please enjoy your time here to your heart's content. However, I ask that you do not interrupt Minister Sorceley's work. And please, stay away from the source. Huh? Oh, for a second I thought I saw something. Nope. Nope. Okay. You're chilling out here. Minister Exarm is always thinking of ways to make our nation even greater. He may be young, but he is still a role model to us all. Though it seems he views Minister Sorcery with distaste. I had heard Mr. Exarm was in charge of military and diplomatic affairs, but it seems he goes above and beyond for his nation. I can't help but wonder where his aversions for Ministry Sorcery stem, considering he's the rogue of the group and kinda has some scummy lines when he attacks people. He's got some shit. It seems like he's been in some dirt. This is just between you and me, but not everyone is happy with the Hierophant. Though I honestly don't understand why. Can I talk to both of you? It's rare for foreign dignitaries to be allowed in the ministry. Take your time looking around. Do you wish to enter the Ministry of Medicine? Oh, I can go in. Okay, not for now. Not right now. But that's interesting. Go back. It's time to start scraping the walls. Can I go anywhere else? Hold on a sec. Oh. Ah. Oh? No. That's nothing. Kinda got excited for a second, like, no, I can leap! Goddess's teachings condemned the Roselle to back-breaking labor at the source to atone for the crimes. Oh. That's interesting. So essentially enslaved. I know it is the way of their nation, and yet it doesn't sit well with me. Pray, take care of Lady Frederica. I've no doubt this weighs heaviest on her. Yeah, I know they didn't look too kindly on them, but that's a different level. The goddess is on our side. Should another war arise, I know she would ensure the Holy State's victory. In Hyzante, the goddess's teachings determine where you work. Oh. Even at the Ministry of Medicine, you are only allowed to research subjects decided by the goddess, though I cannot deny the significance of their results. Oh, I see a shiny. Heckin'. There you go. More health. Have I missed? I don't think that door opens, but let me check. Oh, hello. What are you doing in here? Oh, I guess not your fucking house. It is thanks to the Hierophant that we want for nothing. We sure seem to have a lot of shit in here. I don't know if there's any other... Oh, door? Door? Yes. Hey, you. The goddess decides what those at the Ministry of Medicine should study, so they do not squander their time pondering it themselves. I guess in case we kind of ran into them first, because some of that stuff we already knew from talking to other people. Oh, time to look at all the doors. Give me that! Ooh. Yo, we got an ice stone? Let's go. We kind of stole that, though. There's also no one else here. Whoa, okay. Marvels of Norzelia Volume 3. Gotta be honest, I did not see the glistening there. Positioned on a branch of the eastern tributary of the Norzelia River, Wolfort Harbor enjoys prosperity as a stop along the trade route between the three great nations of the realm. It served as a second purpose of protecting Castle Wolfort during the Saltire War. But after the conflict ended, Lord Simon reformed it into a port. Now one would be hard-pressed to see any signs of the military fortress it once was. That said, it is still a valuable strategic location, since it is the closest settlement in Glenbrook to the Hyzantean border. As a bit of an aside, the tributary upon which Wolfort Harbor sits is also home to a rare species of fish, the Wolfort Char. Wait, what? The Wolfort Char! They are absolutely exquisite when fried. If you ever find yourself in the domain wherein they are in season, I highly recommend sampling this delicacy for yourself. Can we buy those? Can we get fish? I want a fish. Give me a fishing minigame in this game. I must do all the fishing. I don't see anything else, y'all. Did I miss any doors? That door is all blocked off. Little shady. Alright, well, let's deal with you guys. I always knew that the goddess and her followers looked upon the Roselle with disdain, yet I could not help but worry for my people. It makes me wonder why the other citizens do not do labor at the source. The sins they atone for are not their own. One cannot help but wonder why they must continue to pray for them. I find it difficult to understand why, in this nation that touts equality, the Roselle must suffer such discrimination. This has less to do with the goddess's teachings than it does producing salt. It makes me wonder why the other citizens do not labor at the source. I suppose my ancestors did something so unforgivable that they have yet to earn the goddess's forgiveness. But the Roselle who committed those crimes have long since passed. In House Wolford, people are judged by their deeds and not the circumstances of their birth. What is it that makes the people so happy here? I wish I knew. Is there anything else here? I feel like there might have. No, I don't see anything shining anymore. Okay. What do you got going on, bud? Exharm. Everyone in Hyzante knows of the goddess's teachings. Obey the teachings and serve your nation, and you shall receive the goddess's blessing. It is not wealth that drives Hyzante, but the faith and happiness of her people. It seems idealistic to think a nation can be built on faith alone. The people are less dissatisfied with their faith not waver. But what is it that brings people such happiness? I thought the answer differed for everyone. But we cannot ignore wealth's importance in the equation. How has the holy state achieved such balance? Their answer is simple, following the teachings. Do so and you shall be blessed by the goddess herself. All those who live in Hyzante can see the happiness that comes with those blessings. I see. Thank you, Minister. Do the Saintly Seven have the people completely under their thumb? You obey the goddess's teachings. Doing otherwise will only lead to discontent. Ah, so it also tells you when you've already, like, pried everything out. Cool. Let me save. Kinda gotta watch it because we, kinda gotta do Gundam soon. Do you wish to enter Ministry of Medicine? Yes. Oh my god, this game might go to a part 3. They claim their city is peaceful, but there are soldiers aplenty in the streets and Ministry. It really makes me wonder. The goddess saves all who believe in her. We researched so that we may aid her to that end. Oh, get out the bed, stupid. Don't hop up on that. Ooh, ice stone. I wonder if I'll actually find a firestone, because I think we found 2 ice stones so far. Oh no, I contaminated the water! The Ministry's research helps save lives, and I'm proud to be a part of that. Nothing shiny here. Whoop, whoop. 2 things. Hold on. Ice amulet. Is that just ice resistance? Treatment notes. Patient name redacted. 61-year-old female. Ailment. Compound fractures in both feet. Recently developed curative magic. Patient fully healed and able to walk several weeks faster than usual treatments. 42-year-old male. Ailment heart disease. Oh, interesting. Treatment. Hitherto there were few options to successfully treat this, but after administering the Ministry of Medicine's new remedy, the attack ceased and the patient's condition stabilized. Let's see, more redacted. 19-year-old female, ailment laceration on thigh, signs of necrosis, damn, due to delayed treatment. Too advanced to save the limb, required below-knee amputation. Fuck. That seems a little much. Got another one. 25-year-old male, ailment unknown. Attempted various remedies, none succeeded in saving a patient's life. We'll conduct autopsy to better understand nature of the disease. Hopefully that's not going to turn into an epidemic. University's research helps to save lives. I'm very proud to be a part of that. Okay, hold on. Can I... Where are you? I was gonna say, because we can cancel out her weakness to ice. What on to 86? How do you have less health? Oh, I also are lower level. You can add that then. Get closer to 100. This is as far as you go. Only those with the goddess's permission can enter. Researchers are highly respected in Hyzante. The ministry is a symbol of our nation's knowledge and a source of the people's pride. It's our honor to help the sick and injured. The study of life fascinates me so. We may even unlock the secret to immortality someday. I don't know about that. Also kind of a bit of a crazy laugh going on with you. Oh, of course, our resident Poindexter's chilling over here now. Researchers immerse themselves in whatever the goddess bids them study. Devoting our time to those studies is what brings us the greatest joy. Interesting that they're all masked up, but the soldiers aren't. Just like, whatever. This area is off limits. There are more delicate matters being researched up ahead. As such, I'll have to ask you to turn back. Can we just go anyway? Hold on a second. The goddess's teaching unite the people. They are what govern this nation. Perhaps there is something to be learned in all this. Are these like incense burners? Is that what that is? I don't see anything else for us to nab. But I saw and examine, and it kind of makes me curious, so hold on a second. It's locked. The area ahead is off limits. Only those with permission may enter. We gotta like nab somebody and fucking... Can we just stop? Just trudge in your waters real quick, no big deal. So it doesn't seem like there's anything else going on here. What is that? It's like a bit up there. I think that's all she wrote for this area for now then. I'd best regroup with the others.
We got our hands on a fine souvenir thanks to Lady Frederica.
Did you nab something you were supposed to?
It is quite the feat indeed. Serenoa has a terrible taste when it comes to gifts.
Thank you indeed, Frederica.
It was my pleasure.
Should we ask Minister Lila about what ails Lord Simon?
No. Even now, Lord Simon commands great influence. We cannot let others know about his condition.
Ah, so he stepped down. People had their suspicions, but they haven't publicly confirmed it yet that he has this condition.
I understand. Not even our allies can know of our weaknesses, lest they use them against us.
Indeed. We cannot risk exposing ourselves to such danger, for the young lord's sake as well.
Oh, someone just got fucked up. Oh my god!
What was that?
It appears there is a stir around the ministry.
Somebody just... Oh, I think that experiment broke out.
I shall investigate.
So as you saw, they actually were curing ailments and stuff. Oh, wait, a fight? Oh, shit. Really? Well. Unfortunately, we can't really do much more today because I need to move on to GBO2 so I can do my dailies, or at least a little bit of them, before we have to start clan matches, and that's going to be going on for a few hours. It looks like there's no other side stuff, so when we come back, we're going to be taking on something in Central Hyzante. A scream resounds through the Ministry of Medicine, possible for it to rise on the scene shortly after the scene. And that's what we will find out next time. So until then, it's goodbye to the YouTube people. I'll talk to y'all in the next one.